Cesar. Nice to
Thank
see you.
Nice to see you too. Thank you very much for hosting this group and this Shanga, as you beautifully said, this world Shanga. And thank you very much, Soren, and all the work that you are doing. It's beautiful. I'm psychologist and I'm BSR and BCT, and I've been thinking this week is like my koan for this week. In this acute moment that we are living and we are facing, you have been saying a lot how to dwell, how to live in the not knowing. But if we in this acute situation, we cannot follow the curriculum to go there like fully. I think you need some kind of practice to dwell comfortably in that not knowing mind. And in this special moment, I don't know how to convey that idea because most of the people we are searching some, I don't know how to say that, but some safety, no? We don't know what's going to happen with the economy, what's going to happen with our jobs, what is going to happen with the world. So dwell in the not knowing can be powerful, and it is, but well, I don't know how to convey that in a person who is not a practitioner of mindfulness. So I will love some ideas from you to do that.
Yeah. Well, what a beautiful and poignant and important question to voice at this particular moment. So you're absolutely right. This not knowing, of course, none of us know what's going to happen. We just simply never know the future. All we can really know is the present. And when the present is full of suffering and full of pain and full of fear, then, well, most people don't want to look at that. They want to run away or cling to some kind of idea of what might save us or save me, because it comes down to me and my family, my children, my work, my job, and so forth. And we recognize that. And there, of course, that's only natural. And in some sense, we're all going through it. But as I was saying, the people who are suffering the most, who have the least and who are the least insecure, 10 million people have lost their jobs, or more than 10 million people in the past 2 weeks in the United States. 10 million. And probably by next week, it'll be 15 million. So the economy is just completely collapsing, and in many ways, the world economy. And so where do I fit in? Where do I belong? And how do I continue to live? These are existential problems. And so for a meditation person to come along and say, oh, just don't worry, just stay in the not knowing, it'll all work out in the end. It's like, are you kidding me? Get out of here. So the most important thing is to listen and to just let people express their pain and their suffering, and to not fall into, as we often do in the healing professions, fall into fixing, trying to fix. I see you shaking your head, so you know what I'm talking about. But it's very easy to try to kind of, in some sense, tell them something that will make them feel better. But under many circumstances, like there's nothing to say that's going to make anybody feel better. And they know that you can't fix them, but you can connect with them in their suffering, in their pain. And that just not feeling isolated and alone, feeling recognized, feeling that your pain is being held by another is a gift in itself. And then everybody already knows that they don't know where things are going to go. So you don't need to make that a kind of important part of any kind of work that you're doing with people in therapy, or, you know, whatever you're doing with people. The most important thing is for you to not lose your heart, and for you to hold their beauty in the space that in which you're relating to them, and then help in whatever, materially, in whatever ways that you can. I mean, people are trying to find ways to bring money in or to stay safe or whatever it is. And no one has the kind of answers to all these life problems. We are really in it together. So I think that ultimately kindness, compassion, and your presence is the most healing thing that you can give to people at this time, and not trying to teach them to be mindful, because that would help them be more equanimous or wiser or anything like that. That would be a disaster, as you know.
Yes, sure.
But I think it's important for us to say it, because most of the people that probably need what we're practicing are not in this space, because they might not even have the internet, never mind a computer, never mind the time to tune in to what looks a lot like nothing. Thousands of people coming online to practice what looks a lot like nothing, which I've been trying to emphasize is fundamentally everything. But if you don't have food and you don't know where your children are going to be sleeping tonight, if you're homeless, if you're without a job, you're not going to be meditating. You need food and shelter and true sort of safety before you can come to this domain of fine-tuning our awareness. That, I don't know how much that helps, but that's
Yeah.
what my heart is feeling at the moment.
Okay, it's fine.
Also, I'll just say one more thing, and that is that I trust that, as I've been saying, where the question is coming from and you're voicing this concern, in your own heart, you have many different responses to that level of suffering. And that the suffering of others will actually transform you in your willingness to meet it. And that's the work of compassion. It changes all of us. Thank you, Cesar.